And you know what? We are just heating it up in here. So we're going to start off talking about relationships. And this is going to be our last segment, so we got to make this one good, ladies.
Yes.
So you know what, Seven, you brought up the fact that you feel...
I feel that the relationship title is irrelevant. If I am with you and you are with me, and we both know that we're together, then why in the world do I need to go back to high school and call you my boyfriend? Last time I checked, you're a man.
Right.
Last time I checked, I date grown men. So why do I need to call you my boyfriend? You know what I mean? My hubby. We're not married. Their titles, they don't mean anything.
Right.
And a lot of people that I've had discussions with about this is like, well, he's going to go out and cheat on you. And it's like, well, first of all, would I rather a man be faithful to me due to the title? Or would I rather a man be faithful to me because he loves me? Which one would I rather? I picked the latter. And that's why I talk to a lot of people and they're just like, no, I really need a relationship title. And I'm like, that's so check yes, check no, elementary school. Right. You know what I mean? So unless we're married, we don't need no title. We don't need no title.
But here's the deal too now. I'm going to say like this. A title's not going to stop a man from cheating on you.
Agreed.
It's only going to make the situation worse because what you're saying is you have a level of commitment which is not being honored. And the bottom line is you don't want anyone who's not living in an honorable manner.
Agreed.
So now I'll say this. If we're not married, the door is still open for him to go out there and cheat, and he can't be held liable because technically we are not in that full-time commitment. Technically. Okay, we go together. You like me and I like you. Alright, so it's still one of those things. Now, don't get me wrong, like you said, if we sit down and discuss and we determine that we have made a commitment to each other to be monogamous, but if you don't have that monogamous discussion, then boyfriend, girlfriend doesn't mean, it's not a synonym for monogamous.
Yes.
Okay, so then we're all on the same page.
Yes.
Now I'm going to say this. These people who play the wifey, okay?
Oh my gosh. Look, let me tell you something about that. I have talked to women about this forever. You are mad at this man because he went and slept with 3 different females and you were washing his drawers, you were cooking for him and all that other stuff. Listen, I'm not your wife unless I'm your wife.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not cooking or washing clothes on a regular basis for you.
It's not my responsibility.
It isn't. And I don't mind doing it for you as a favor. I have no problem doing that on occasions. But for you to walk in the door and expect dinner to be on the table and we ain't together, like we ain't married, that's crazy. So for you to put your standards up here and he's walking in like, yo, you've been cooking for me for the last, year, and now all of a sudden you want me to appreciate you more and all that other stuff. I'm not your husband.
Right.
He has plenty of right to say that and you not to get in your feelings.
You have to make them earn it. You can't just give it away. You have to make them earn it. And at the end of the day, I also look at it as if, you're playing house, and as the old folks say, why buy the cow?
For free and on sale.
Right.
Right.
On sale.
Right. Because they're getting, so no, we're all in agreement on that. So don't get caught up, ladies. We don't want y'all to get caught up in this boyfriend, girlfriend title.
Please don't.
Just know yourself. Self-awareness is the biggest
Yes.
misconception that people feel they don't need. Now we're going to go into, relationships end up producing offspring.
Yes.
And when dealing with these offspring, I recently was watching the Today Show, and they had a segment of the Princess Board. This woman had wrote a book, and her child, who was 5 years old, he, a male, chooses and desires to dress up in tutus. And he came on the show with lip gloss on, a pink tutu, a bodysuit, and leggings. Yes, he did. He had on a leotard, a velvet one. I'm not lying. Listen, you have to look in the archives.
That's so crazy.
Now, here's the deal. It's one thing to be supportive of your child no matter what. But as a young human being, the job of the parent is to mold them, I feel, into, lead them not, or let them go astray. In my house, everybody's going to serve the Lord. It's one of those things where you're a parent. The title of a parent is to teach the child how to be an adult and how to make the right choices and how to even get control over impulses and desires. I didn't know. What are your opinions about, would y'all, if you have kids, because I know you do, you know, is it okay for your child to want to play? Because it kind of starts out with wanting to play with maybe girly things. Because I don't know how they got from A to Z. I mean, he was in a tree house in these tutus and these girly clothes, and they're saying it's a phase.
Speechless, like,
But see, here's the deal. My boyfriend, he had a cousin that when they were little kids, they would play superheroes.
Yeah.
And he was always Superwoman
Yeah.
instead of Batman, Spider-Man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He chose to be Wonder Woman with the bracelets.
Right.
Okay? That's as a child.
Right.
And now he does go that way.
Mm.
So, you know, these I feel like sometimes we are going to have kids that, because the soul inhabits the body. So, you know, I actually feel in past lives that I was a man because I'm very dominant and aggressive. Okay, so understanding that, you know, how do we raise kids and still love them at the same time and accept them?
I don't know. When it comes to stuff like that, you know, you gotta watch yourself and walk a real thin line. Because for me, it's like, why are you attracted to that? You know what I mean? Why are you attracted to the tutus and the tights and stuff? You 6 years old. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you're a grown man, but when childhood is 6 years old is pretty old.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen, like, I have babysat and have done personal assistance for people, and I have seen, you know, little boys dress up in like girls' clothing, but it's because it was just laying around. Like, I don't want to go in my room and go get my stuff, so I'm just gonna throw this on real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But they were 3. You know what I mean? 6 years old, you about to go to school. If he chooses to do that, you need to have a really grown-up conversation with him and say, if you go to school like this is what's gonna happen. If you're prepared to deal with that, go on about your business. That's how I feel about it.
I have a good friend whose son, he's about 6 or 7 now, and she says she wants to let him be him. So he wants Hannah Montana nightgown, she buys him that. He wants pink bed sheets, she buys him that. He wants a baby doll, mommy and me, she gets him that. And, you know, I often wondered if it causes chaos between herself and her husband, because I'm thinking of father. We didn't want that for their son, but you can finish that.
Well, no, you're absolutely right. But see, that's the whole thing. You're torn between supporting your child and loving them unconditionally, and it's not even about society. I don't feel like it's so much about society. How about you coming to grips with knowing that your son is gay at that age? I mean, that's what really we're saying. Because see, I need to see the statistics on when they become 21 and 23. What are they doing then? Are we playing drag? Are we full, like, what's that show that oh my God, Wesley Snipes and them? Whoop.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
There we go. Something like that.
Well, you know what? We can talk about, you know, our differences and our similarities all day long. But this is She, and we love to bring you new hotness. And we have a great spoken word artist here today, and she's going to go ahead and take it out.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Bulimic's full of lies, stuffed with jealousy and hate. Late night binges on my struggles up to throw up in my face. Midnight snacks while I hunger just to put them in their place. They look on a menu and pick my life so that they can choose my fate. Malpractice means mistake. This time I'm gonna sue. You diagnosed me as a failure and said I wouldn't pull through. They said my courage had cancer. It probably wouldn't live long. They thought I had heart failure because the scarring wasn't gone. They crushed my dreams like the towers. Brown eyes shed they own Katrina. Friends and family members all of a sudden work for FEMA. And do shit but talk shit about what they're gonna do. But I'ma make them anorexics eat their words dessert too. You took my money, but I'm still rich. No more name calling, respect this chick. Never knew I was a lesbian. Let me tell you when I switched. 10 years ago, the day I got pregnant by a bitch. My heaven, my hell, my joy, my pain, my heart, my soul. This mind's insane. This hurt, this love, this can't be it. A porta potty couldn't make me take this shit. What y'all thought this was it? Light skin, slim waist, nice smile, pin sick. Onion booty make you cry, take a second, then I'm gone. You'll never catch up from behind. Sticks and stones just might break my bones, but I swear his words condescending tone towards the woman who loved him and all he owned, but not enough of herself to try to make it all alone. Dismissed like class, he never stood behind me except to palm this ass. All his lies tried to blind me, see through like glass, reflection reflected as memories pass. My spirit dejected, I blinked too fast, couldn't see his rejection underneath his laughs. Old Tate ejected, side B never was, side A stuck on pause, wouldn't leave just cause I had a couple children, no bling, 2 different last names, broken home, no sling, disconnect the phone, silent tone, no ring, poetry of violence, words a weapon, same thing. They said my son wouldn't be shit, just another drug dealer, high school education man on a big wheeler. His sister won't be any better, waiting by the mail for that WIC approval letter. No degree, having GED, go get her. 7 months pregnant, bastard hidden in a sweater, but then there's me. Single mother moving with deadly precision. I teach mine to forgive who don't deserve to be forgiven. Remember where they're from, not like the ones who keep forgetting. But most importantly, I give them hope for their envisions. The truth will set them free, and God ain't chained to one religion. We choose to live beyond the world they say we chose to live in.
Nice.
And as usual, get at us. If you want to be featured, we're doing big things.
Nice.
We're sponsoring the Buck Road Beach Fest. I am the fabulous Cimarron, and this is She.
She.
That was